Hey YouTube, DMV Outdoors here checking in with y'all. I did not make a video from the Susquehanna River trip that I took last weekend. Me and my coworker Chris, we took the kayaks out to Duncannon, Pennsylvania, stayed at Waterfront Campground. They drove us up to Montgomery Ferry, dropped the kayaks in at Montgomery Ferry, drifted those miles back down to the campground. We had to get out, walk a couple times because the water was very, very low. We were able to catch about 7, 8 fish. I only caught one. Chris caught the rest of them. Mine was a 16-inch smallie. The rest of them were between the 17, 19-inch range. But overall, from our first clear, super clear water with a couple little rapids, definitely not the tidal Potomac where I fish. I learned a couple things. I need a new anchor system. Have an anchor rope. Don't really have a good way to secure it. So I might get an anchor trolley, might also get a stakeout pole. I can put the paddle on the left-hand side, which is what I've realized that I'm most comfortable with, and put the stakeout pole on the right-hand side. So I think I'm going to go with that. Still got to get a fish finder. I'm going to go ahead and get the Garmin fish finder and GPS unit. See how that works out. I also learned that if I carry an extra rod, because I currently have 4 rod holders with the setup I have, 2 right here in this Yak Gear crate, and then the 2 built-in flush mount rod holders. I brought a 5th rod with me, and it made things kind of awkward because I always had to either hold a rod or wedge it somewhere so it didn't flip-flop around. The other thing is I got to figure out storage, because I brought too much stuff. I didn't use everything I brought with me, but it was my first trip up there. The fishing reports said tubes and jerk baits when we started. Then we got up there, said spinner baits, tubes, jerk baits. Have a wacky rig Cinco. If they miss the jerk bait, they'll Cinco in, yada yada yada. The one that I caught was on a Rapala Shadow Wrap. It's a gold clearish, I forgot what the exact color is, with the red throat area. Chris caught most of his on a white transparent kayak swim bait. I had those. They were in the bottom of the box, kind of awkward to get to. So they never really got tied on for me. But what I did learn is that I'm going to get another, excuse me, moving the tackle that is currently piled up on the sofa next to me. I got the 2 rod holders here. I'm going to put 2 more on the side, maybe 3 on this side. That'll give me 5 rod holders plus the 2 that are flush mount. So I can do 2 rods in a net, another 2 rods. So technically I can carry 6 rods and the net if I want to. I brought the net with me because people were intermittently catching walleyes, which we saw none of, and muskies, which we saw none of. So I figured that out. I'm going to keep something in here. I haven't thought all that out yet. This is just a little bungee strapped, not really bungee. It's an elastic pouch. You can't really see it because my light is not too, oh, there we go. Pack right here. And you have to excuse me. The person that was living with me that moved out on her own accord for no apparent reason is moving back in with me. Says the house is a mess because she's starting to bring all her stuff back. But I made a lid for the crate. It just has a little string that came with this as one of the rod leashes. And put my 3600s in here. I have 4 3600s, and then this isn't going to stay in here. This is tubes. I rarely use tubes, so this will go get stashed in the corner somewhere. And then this MTB box is nothing but packages of plastics, soft plastics. There's Senkos in there, pack of crawls, kayak swim baits, drop shot worms, the dream shots are in there. There's a bunch of soft plastics in here. So what I'm thinking, this is going to get taken out. So what I can end up doing, I'm going to get one, I can definitely fit 2 more 3600s in here after I take this out. And take this out. But on either side of the seat of the Seaghost Vibe Seaghost 130, there's two slots where I can keep some 3600 boxes. So these are just mixtures. These are crankbaits and lipless crankbaits, top water, spoons, random crankbaits, top waters, tubes, soft plastics. Tubes are going, and because even this has, they have Snaggler baits, spinner baits, which I bought one $9 from spinner bait that people have great luck on the Susquehanna with, and I bought some tubes from the campground. So they're in there, so I really don't need this tube box because I got different color tubes in here. So I'll probably keep this, maybe not, so I haven't decided. At least one more 3600 here, and I can put two on the kayak. Or what I can do is I can do two more 3600s and do what I do with my other mystery tackle box that also has plastic in it. Sit this on top, which might be the other option. Don't know. Haven't figured it all out. Go ahead and leave me some comments if y'all have any recommendations, what you've used, what you haven't used, what works, what doesn't work. Because this whole, I'm a shore fisherman, or getting somebody's bass boat and go out with them, or go out on a cruise or just anchor down somewhere and catfish. So this whole kayak thing, it's different. It's a learning experience. I'm gonna figure it out, but whatever help y'all can give me, be greatly appreciated. My Redskins just lost today to the Detroit Lions, so I'm a little on the irritated side. So I'm gonna go clean and put my laundry away. Y'all have a good week. See y'all later.